Douwe Iedema, back here from Natural Shrimp, getting ready to do natural shrimp rolls. So you can compare this to like a lobster roll. We're just doing it a little bit different. We're doing it with shrimp. We blanched the shrimp already, cool, iced it down, peeled it. So now you got your fresh peeled, cooked, peeled shrimp right here. We're gonna start with the rolls, okay? So we're gonna get those nicely toasted. Meanwhile, while that is toasting, we'll watch that, monitor that, and then we'll start cutting our ingredients together. So, pan, medium heat, we take the butter. We add the butter to the pan. Be a little bit generous with the butter. Butter's gonna get all soaked up by the buns. We put the butter in here, it's less messy. We're gonna cut the sides off of the buns. It's gonna give you that kind of New England bun, hot dog bun kind of looks. So we're gonna take the brioche. I like brioche, it's sweeter, has that sweeter flavor to it. So cut them off here. What you're gonna do, you're gonna cut the sides off. You see how the sides? We're gonna cut this off so we can butter. Well, not butter, toast. So got one side, the other side. That's one. Look, now I cut the sides off. See that? This is the part that's gonna hit the butter. It's gonna be toasted. We're gonna do this to 3. We're gonna do 3 at a time. In the pan, in the butter. See right here. So we'll get those done, and then we're gonna flip them. So that way the butter came on there. There we go. We're gonna pimp this heat up a little bit. But watch out, we don't wanna burn them. It's gonna go pretty fast. While we're waiting for these to toast, after these are done, we're gonna add the other 3, a little more butter in there, toast the other 3. We're gonna make 6 all together. The recipe does 12. It's up to you how much shrimp. Make sure you wanna put in your rolls. I'm doing the recipe with 6 buns instead of 12 buns. I like mine like really filled up. So the ingredients, you saw the buns, brioche buns. We have chives. The apple is not on the recipe. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about this later on. Red onions, celery, lemon. You can use lime. I like lemon. Some Old Bay, classic Old Bay. We're gonna use Miracle Whip. I like for the shrimp rolls, I like Miracle Whip or Hellman's, and actually I prefer Miracle Whip. We got scallions. Scallions is more for garnish. And then we're gonna have, of course, our iceberg lettuce. We're gonna shred that up really thin, and that's gonna be on the bottom of your sandwich. Here we go. See, again, not too burnt. This is a little bit too high. We're gonna turn it down a little bit. Hot. All right, I'm gonna put a little more butter in here. We're gonna do this all over again, one more time. All right, here we go. Butter back in there again, soak it all up, flip it. The other side, butter, soak it all up in that bun. The other side. All right, now we're gonna toast these. There we go. All right, start cutting the vegetables. We'll start with the celery, half it. I've washed all these vegetables already, just in case anyone wants to say, hey, wash the vegetables. They all are washed. Again, my favorite part for the celery is the inside, the younger leaves. The leaves give so much flavor. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna slice these up as fine as you can get them. And I know all of you probably can't do this as fast as I can. I'm actually going a little bit in slow motion right now for you guys. Again, these videos are made for you to cook along with me, follow while I'm cooking. So I'm gonna put them in a container. You can just pop it all in your bowl really if you want to. I'm just gonna put them in a container. Nice way to present it so you all can see. Here we go. We're gonna finish this one up. Add a little more. I love celery. I don't know about you guys. You can add more or less. It's all per your own flavor. The recipe I gave you, what I wrote down, is an estimate. You can add a little bit less mayonnaise, a little more mayonnaise, a little more lemon juice, a little bit less lemon juice, more celery, less celery. You know, I might be cutting this all up, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna make it to my flavor. There, that's your celery. All right, celery, there you go, boom. Red onion. Your red onion, take this side off. Take that side off. Then you peel the skin off as such. Just remember, you gotta make this all bite-sized, so you wanna eat it all, you know, in one bite. Make sure you taste everything. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna quarter. And then here you go. Try to get it as thin as you can. There we go. As thin as you can. The thinner the better. If you have a mandolin, you can use the mandolin. That's where you get it really, really thin. I don't want to go too fancy with a mandolin. We're just doing old school with a knife. Watch out, I'll cut my gloves. The only reason why I'm wearing these gloves is for you guys in the video. Most chefs don't really wear gloves. There you go. Nice golden red onions. Go. Let's do chives. Chives, you are going to mix in there. These are not for garnish. These are literally to be mixed in with the shrimp. You should check those buns once in a while. Scallions. These are really easy to grow. You can grow them in your garden. Probably all realize I go on automatic pilot and I buy a lot of ingredients, and well, that's why you see most of them are organic. I'm just an organic fan. My son is now 5. He's been eating organic his whole life. He's never been sick a day in his life, in his young life. Nor have I ever been sick. So I believe in organic products, clean products. That's why I believe so much in natural shrimp. Products amazingly clean. Remember, no chemicals, no antibiotics, no additives at all. Alright, chives, go. Meanwhile, we'll just cut this lemon in half. Okay, we're gonna do that. Put that right here. Now, this is scallions. I like cooking them at an angle, the bias, cutting them. That way, it just presents a little bit. Like, as I said, this is gonna go on top of it as garnish. All right, these ones are done. Iceberg lettuce. Try to shave it as thin as you can, because it will just look a lot prettier. Plus, it fills the roll up a little bit easier. We're gonna half it again. That part we're not gonna use. We're gonna use this part. All right, now. Get this all together. Oh. Now we're going to cut our shrimp. Let me get these rolls off. These rolls are done. Look at that. Is that gold? It smells so good. That butter just does so much more. There's already a lot of butter in the brioche bread, so butter toasted again is going to give so much flavor. Now, shrimp. Cook the shrimp. If you go back into video number 1, where we blanch our shrimp, it gives you an idea of how to blanch your shrimp in a proper way. Watch the video, do the shrimp as this for this dish. Watch video number 1, show you cooking the part of the shrimp. We're gonna give it a rough chop. We're not gonna go too fine and also not too rough. Because again, you want the texture and you still want to be able to see that it's shrimp, okay? Rough chop. When you make this a couple hours in advance, because the longer it sits, the better it tastes. I'm not saying cook it a day in advance, but at least 2 to 3 hours in advance. Keep it in your fridge before you build. All right, there's your shrimp. We're gonna add that to the bowl. Then you can add your chives. The order of adding this all in, it doesn't really matter. It's all gonna mix together anyways. Chives. Celery. I'm gonna go half of what I did because I don't want it to overpower the shrimp too much. The onions, we're gonna go all the way with the red onions. All the way with the red onions. Lemon. Again, if you like lime, lime works. I prefer lemon, but that's just what I prefer. I would say try out both. Take a little bit out, do a little bit of lemon, do a little bit of lime. taste which one you prefer, and then you go with whatever you like best. So not only, and this recipe, what I'm about to tell you right now, I'm just adding a little twist in here to just give you an idea that you can do more than just, follow the recipe. You can add a little bit. So as you see here, I've washed these. You can get some of the zest off. Just some of the zest, not too much, because zest has the most flavor of the lemon is actually in the skin. There's so much flavor in here, and it makes it fresh tasting dash. Look at this. It's only a dash, it's not too much, just a little bit. So that's gonna brighten it up a lot, big time. Now, we're gonna take our herb in. You can make this as wet as you like. It's taste. I like mine a little bit wet because all these ingredients are gonna soak up all that flavor. As you can see, how much it's already soaking up, you're gonna need more. Okay, just a little bit more wet. As you can see, I'm just stirring and folding it in. We're gonna do a little bit more lemon juice in here. Lemon juice. We're going to start with the Old Bay first because Old Bay has a lot of salt in it already. Again, not too much. Just a hint. See, until it's lightly dusted on top, just as so. Because later on, when we dress the buns, we're going to add a little bit of that on top as well. All right, I'm going to give it a little taste, see if we need some more salt or maybe even some more Old Bay. Give another stir up again. All right. So, when I mentioned the apples, you can add apple to it as well. Apple gives it that freshness. Something in the summer, it's a plus. It depends on your flavor. Try it with some apple. Try it without some apple, but it's a suggestion. Add some apple. All right, our mixture is done. So now we're going to get ready to plate. So you open up your rolls a bit, just like so. Not too much, a little bit. Then you take your lettuce. The lettuce is going to create us some volume. It's going to spread that roll out a little bit. As so. Again, not too much lettuce, It's not a vegetarian dish. Here we go. Now, we're going to start filling her up. Take your mixture. Add that to your roll. One. Roll number two. Roll number three. See how much I'm putting in there. You have enough mixture for 12 rolls as the recipe suggests. But again, if you want to do that, fill them up, fill them up. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to dust them lightly with a little bit of Old Bay. Just makes them more too. And it gives it a little bit more flavor. Like so. There we go. Now our scallions. Oh, tell me it does not look beautiful. It does. It's amazing. Let's get a nice little plate here. Voila. Enjoy. See you next time.